Good morning, friends. Today we are going to study the subject strength of material, and the GTU code for this subject is 3331904. Today we will discuss the chapter 1 direct stress and strain, and the topic is elastic constants. Myself Rohit B. Patel, working as a lecturer in Mechanical Engineering Department of VPMP Polytechnic. First of all, we will discuss the objective of this topic. In this topic, we will study about the linear strain and lateral strain, Poisson's ratio, volumetric strain, bulk modulus, shear stress and strain, and last also we will discuss the relation between E, G and K. E for Young modulus, G for shear modulus and K for bulk modulus and its importance. Now, subtopic for elastic constants. First, linear strain. What is the linear strain? It is defined as the ratio of change in length to the original length. Here change in length is the delta L and original length of the object is the L. So, symbol of the linear strain is epsilon and change in length is the delta L and original length is L. So, this strain is known as the linear strain. Now, lateral strain. The symbol of this strain is the epsilon dash. It is the ratio of change in diameter to the original diameter. For example, diameter we use as d. So, epsilon dash is equal to delta d means change in diameter and small d means original diameter. We can also define this strain as a width and thickness. For example, width delta b upon b, delta t to t. Now, Poisson's ratio. The symbol of Poisson's ratio is mu or 1 upon m. So, if we properly understand the meaning of lateral strain and linear strain, we can easily define this ratio. The ratio of lateral strain to linear strain is known as Poisson's ratio. Mu is equal to epsilon dash means lateral strain and epsilon is equal to linear strain. So, ratio of lateral strain to linear strain is known as the Poisson's ratio. Now, next, volumetric strain. When we apply the load on any object, then there is a change in volume also, in size and shape. So, same as definition of the strain, volumetric strain is also the ratio of change in volume to the original volume. The symbol of change in volume is the delta V, original volume is the V, and volumetric strain is epsilon V. Now, second option, we have to find out the volumetric strain. Then epsilon V is equal to strain in bracket 1 minus 2 into mu. Mu is the Poisson's ratio. Epsilon is the strain. Then we can find out the volumetric strain. Now, bulk modulus. The symbol of the bulk modulus is the K. In figure, we can observe that there are three stresses are acting on the object, which are perpendicular to each other. So, how we can define the bulk modulus? There are three bulk modulus. Young modulus we have already studied in the unit 1. Now, second is the bulk modulus and next is the shear modulus. So, bulk modulus is defined as the ratio of direct stress to volumetric strain. Direct stress sigma, volumetric strain means epsilon V. So, it is the mathematical expression of bulk modulus. K is equal to sigma upon volumetric strain. So, it is the ratio of direct stress to volumetric strain. Unit of bulk modulus is Newton per mm square. How we can define? When a body is subjected to three perpendicular stresses, at that time, the ratio of the direct stress to the volumetric strain is defined as the bulk modulus. Now, shear stress. Shear stress is different from direct stress. In direct stress, load axis and cross-sectional area is perpendicular. But in shear stress, the load axis is parallel to the cross-sectional area. Means, forces acting on the object are tangential to the cross-sectional area. And at that time, stress is produced inside into the body. It is known as the shear stress. In sketch, you can see here the load axis is the horizontal and cross-sectional area is also horizontal. So, we can say two equal and opposite forces are acting on the object are tangential to the cross-sectional area. Such stresses is known as the shear stress. So it is a definition of mathematical expression same as simple stress. Symbol of the shear stress is tau is equal to F upon A. F represents the force, load, weight in Newton. A is the cross-sectional area. So it is the ratio of force upon A. Now unit of shear stress is same, Newton per mm square. Now shear strain. Shear strain, it is also the ratio of deformation to the original length. It is defined as the shear strain. When the value of the shear stress become more than its limit, then shear strain is produced. Now third modulus, it is known as the shear modulus. Shear modulus, also known as the G, also known as the modulus of rigidity. G is the symbol of shear modulus, and sometimes modulus of rigidity is known as the shear modulus. Modulus of rigidity is defined as the ratio of shear stress to shear strain. Symbol of the shear stress is tau. Symbol of the shear strain is phi. Then capital G is equal to shear stress upon shear strain. It is defined as the ratio of shear stress to shear strain. Unit of shear stress is Newton per mm square. Shear strain has no unit, so unit of shear modulus is Newton per mm square. Now equations of relation between E, G and K. There are three equations which develop the relation between three modulus: Young modulus, shear modulus and bulk modulus. It is very important. Now first we look at the relation between Young modulus and bulk modulus. So first, K is equal to ME upon 3M minus 2. M is the Poisson's ratio, E is the Young modulus. Here 3M, M is the Poisson's ratio, and then using K we can find out the Young modulus. Using Young modulus we can find out the bulk modulus. Now next, relation between E and G. E means Young modulus, G means shear modulus. G is equal to ME upon 2M plus 1. E means Young modulus, M for Poisson's ratio, G is the shear modulus. Now last relation, develop the relation between three modulus: Young modulus, shear modulus and bulk modulus. So capital E is equal to 9GK divided by G plus 3K. E is the Young modulus, G is the shear modulus and K is the bulk modulus. So by using three relation, we can develop the relation between three modulus. Now example. A mild steel bar 30 mm diameter and 3 meter long is subjected to an axial compressive load of 60 kN. If capital E is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square and 1 upon m is equal to 0.30, then find the following: change in length and change in diameter. Here mild steel bar 30 mm diameter. So small d is equal to 30 mm, and using the diameter we can find out the cross sectional area of the given mild steel bar using pi by 4 d square equation. So area of this bar is 706.85 mm square. Now length of the bar is already given in the example 3 meter. So we are converting meter into mm. So L is equal to 3 meter, then we convert into mm 3000 mm. Load is acting 60 kilonewton, and when we convert the kilonewton into Newton, then 60 into 10 raised to 3 Newton, multiplying by 1000. Now Poisson's ratio is given 1 upon m is equal to mu is equal to 0.30 we can write, and also Young modulus is given, capital E is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. And what we have to find out? Delta N, delta L and delta D. First we will find out the stress P upon A. We put the value of the P 16 into 10 raised to 3. Area we already find out 706.85. Then final stress is equal to 84.88 Newton per mm square. Then using this equation we can find out the strain. Our goal is to find out the delta L and delta D. But to find out these two parameters, we require the value of linear strain and lateral strain. Then we can find out the delta D and delta L. So first our target is to find out the value of the linear strain and lateral strain. Then we calculate the example. So using Young modulus equation, stress upon strain is equal to stress upon Young modulus. We have the value of the stress, also value of the Young modulus. Then we can find out the value of the linear strain is equal to 4.24 into 10 raised to minus 4. Now using Poisson's ratio, we can find out the lateral strain. Poisson's ratio is equal to lateral strain upon linear strain, epsilon dash upon epsilon. Epsilon dash is equal to Poisson's ratio into strain, linear strain. We can write the 1 upon m instead of mu because both are the Poisson's ratio. 1 upon m into epsilon. We have the value of the 1 upon m 0.30 into strain we have already find out 4.24 into 10 raised to minus 4. Then we can easily calculate the value of the lateral strain 1.27 into 10 raised to minus 4. Now using this equation, linear strain is equal to delta L upon L. Our goal is to find out the delta L. Then equation become delta L is equal to epsilon into L, linear strain into L. We have find out the value of the linear strain 4.24 into 10 raised to minus 4 into L is given 3000. Then delta L is equal to 1.27 mm, change in length. And here decrease in length because compressive load is acting on the round bar. So it is our first final answer. Now we are going to find out second answer, change in diameter. So lateral strain is equal to delta D upon D. Delta D is equal to epsilon dash into D. We have calculated 1.27 into 10 raised to minus 4 and 30 mm diameter is given. Then delta D is equal to 0.00381 mm. So it is our second last answer, and always compressive load is acting on the object, then diameter is increased. So it is the increase in diameter. So by this way we can calculate the various examples which are based on the linear strain, lateral strain, Poisson's ratio and volumetric strain. Okay friends, thank you very much for giving a nice support.